All right, welcome everybody into the Golden Tee Lounge North, as we'll call it. We are streaming from a different place today, so you get to unfortunately not see my beautiful face, but look at a very epic and beautiful 2020 Design a Hole Contest logo. If you have any questions about Design a Hole, want to design your own hole, potentially win your own Golden Tee Home Edition, get in the next version of Golden Tee, cement your legacy, and create your own history, go to goldentee.com/DAH. You've got a month and a half or so to submit your crazy, outlandish, amazing, beautiful designs, whether it's on napkins, construction paper, paper mache stuff, I don't know. However you guys have done it over the last, 11 years of Design a Hole. We will accept those submissions, and the judges over the course of a few weeks will take care of them. So, Eric Rios, Dave Sandmeyer, Kirk, Justin, Mike, thanks all for joining on Facebook, pulling up some of our folks on YouTube and Twitch as well. All right, for those of you that don't know, I'm Kevin Lindsay. Welcome back into the Golden Tee Lounge. It is Friday. It is time to get freaky in our daily contest. The Dream 18 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, whatever we're calling this, our favorite holes from 1 through 18. So you are looking at, I believe, Coconut Beach, hole 1, and you're also looking at John freaking Daly in his St. Patrick's Day outfit. So in honor of the month of March, head over to the Golden Tee Caddy app or the Livewire website, go to the player locker, click on John Daly's beautiful smug face, and purchase his latest outfit. Then, without further ado, let's take care of business today. So $4,000, $4,400, and I believe some change is in the prize pool today. $4,459. A top prize of $405.36. So a lot of action in the daily contest going on today. A couple of 40s in the top 5 spots. And just as always, we're paying down to the 300th spot. So whether you're on lunch, taking the day off of work, or, I don't know, being crazy and just doing Friday things on a Friday afternoon, 300 spots we're paying in the daily contest just like always. So get out there, play with your buddies, play with your friends, play with yourself, take it however you want, play the daily contest as many times as you wish in the next 10 hours and 30 minutes. So enough chit-chatting, enough talking, let's get down to business. Want to point out really quick, normally when you guys watch these live streams, I'm using grabber golf balls. I'm doing something out of the ordinary today because I have tested the Freaky Friday today. I am going to suggest that you use streak golf balls. If you take a look at the bottom bottom right hand corner, you can see that the streaks get a lot more distance, but not as much backspin. There are a few holes where double eagle is potential, or eagle, by having those streaks, and hole 1 here is one of them. So let's get started. Little bit of a longer look here on Coconut 1, 406 yards. If you're looking at it going, how in the heck are we going to drive it? Well, the streaks are here to help you. So what we're going to do is we are just going to pull back a little bit to the left of the B, hit it as hard as we can to the 2, and hopefully get on the green in 1. Or maybe even ace this hole. I would probably just quit this stream right now. So no hole in 1, but very easy, very easy to get an eagle, putt in for eagle on hole 1. I'm sure we're going to even potentially see some aces from some of those power hitters out there. Patrick Brock from YouTube, thanks for the question. So he asked, what are the tiebreakers for the same scores? So just as all of our prize play modes, it goes score, great shot points, and then Golden Tee points as a third tiebreaker if needed. I can't say for sure, but I don't think we've ever had a daily contest come down to Golden Tee points. But one of these days it's bound to happen. Stuart, oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm not surprised at all that two-time world champ Andy Haas has aced today's hole 1. Just wanted to throw out a shout out to our artists who always do a wonderful job with these courses, but they love to put these little Easter eggs on the course. So say hi to, oh, I just had the name of that volleyball from that Tom Hanks movie. Oh well. With that being said, 4 after 2. Look at that. Hopefully, the first couple of games I played not live streaming will help make this live stream even better. So then you can go out with your buddies, your girlfriend, your wife, your husband, whoever, go play some Golden Tee tonight, play the daily contest, and potentially use this video as a way to either do what I do and maybe win some money, or when I start hitting walls in water, don't do what I do and win some money. Wilson, thank you. I literally was saying it in my head, but I was not finished with my thought, and then as soon as I was ready to say it, I forgot it. So shout out to all of you for saying Wilson for me. So this, not the best look here on Celtic. I believe this is normally Celtic. Yeah, this is Celtic hole 3. This big old ancient building's in our way. We are a little bit in the middle of the tee box, so I'm not going to recommend going through the left side. What I have been doing, and I'm subsequently missing my long putts afterwards, is I have been moving my tee to the top right of the box, high teeing it, putting on roll, and I'm pulling that trackball all the way back to the sea, and then I'm pulling it all the way back to the sea, and I'm hitting it dead straight at the 2. I think I hit that a little bit harder than I expected, so I might be chipping that, but that's okay. I'd actually prefer that. Logan Bowman, wonderful friend of mine. Of course, you know I would be doing it nothing else on a Friday but showing people how to play Golden Tee, or typically how not to play Golden Tee. I'm going to roll with the punches. I'm going to try to putt this because I already know that my chipping is going to be off today. 26-yard putt. And look at that. Boom. Barely falls in the cup, but we are 6 after 3 bombs, as the cool kids like to say. And we are on our way. Another hole here that you are really going to need the streaks for is this drivable par 5 right here. You look at this going, all right, 389 yards to the pin, but wow, that is a huge freaking rock that you, if you haven't hit that rock before, I'll tell you right now, don't, because it's coming back in the water and you're losing a stroke. So what we're going to do, we're going to tee it to this top right corner, I guess. High tee it with backspin. I'm going to pull that trackball to the A, get a little bit of a spinny motion as they call it, and I'm going to pound it out to the 1. So then what's hopefully going to happen, and looks like it will, is it'll hit that rough. I'm going to have a bit of a putt, but you're potentially putting in for double eagle. And that's what's important right here. Wow, somehow my putting that has been awful all morning is now on point. And look at that, John Daly, 1,500 Golden Tee points for a double eagle right there. Boom. 9 after 4. Now that might sound crazy, and believe me, when I hit this a few times earlier, it is pretty crazy, but definitely doable if you follow this potentially how to not Golden Tee guide. Ryan, did that really say 158? I didn't catch it. That would be, there's been a big debate going on about whether or not 158 was actually doable. Laurel Park. Oh, come on, do it. Oh, I've actually not gotten close. I've gotten on the green for a little bit longer of a putt. But this Laurel Park hole, if you hit those steps, if you hit the steps facing the green, it's great. If you hit the back of those steps, you have a very nasty chip. So thankfully, we skipped those steps and kicked on the green with backspin. Woodland Farm, a hole that you don't typically see in the daily contest. I think, like my partner Adam Kramer said, don't think it's ever actually been used in a daily contest, but it is today. I have to give myself a super selfish shout out because earlier today I did ace this par 4, and I sent it to YouTube because I knew that I most likely was not going to be able to do it on the live stream. So let's see if we can make magic happen and ace this. Oh, I used backspin. Dang it. I was talking too much. I meant to use bite. So I used a low 9.5 degree driver with backspin or excuse me, with bite when I aced this hole. So it came in at a little bit lower of a trajectory, hit the green, and then because it's the streaks, you don't have as much backspin, but I got enough spin from the bite that I was able to catch the green and go in the hole. But still an eagle on a typically not always drivable par 4, even with tees, depending on the caliber of player that you are. Rattlesnake Ridge, you knew that we couldn't have a Dream 18 without one of the drivable par 5s from Rattlesnake, and thank goodness Adam chose the nicer one of the 3. So I'm going to strongly recommend you do everything in your power to not hit any of those cannon walls, which I'll probably do now, because if you hit them, you're going to get not only placed back by the tee box, but you're going to be on the rough, which means you are lucky to get around all these wonderful rocks and cannon walls to take par. So I'm going to use a 3-wood. I teed it high, and I'm just going to go right through and over this gap. I kind of softed it, which is not good. Just stay dry. Okay. Not what I wanted to do. Definitely hit it too soft. But the nice thing about this green is that it is flat, which means if you are better at chipping than me and you get in the sand, you can still potentially chip in for double eagle. So unfortunately, I missed my chip just a hair to the right. James, this is actually the arcade game. It's not the mobile game. So it is out at your nearest Buffalo Wild Wings, at a near bar, near arcade, all over the place. So if you go to goldentee.com, there's a find a game link so you can find a game near you and potentially play as John Daly and play in this Freaky Friday daily contest. Safari Dunes, I'm not a fan of this hole, but thankfully I've played it enough today that we are going to just high tee a 5-wood right over and not even have to worry about those rocks. And that 12-mile-an-hour wind, even with that high tee, will help kick your ball a little bit back towards the pin, and boom, you're putting in for eagle. Honestly, this stream's going so well, I might not even have to play a second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth game because it's going very well. Catadreas Beach, hole 9, another drivable par 5, another wonderful Jim Zielinski creation. We are going to high tee a 5-wood, so we're going to move back right corner of this box, and we are going to just pull back a little bit to the right of B and crush it to the left of the 2. You want to make sure you get over those rocks and hit it hard enough to get that green. I have actually not hit the green yet today, so that's why I ended up crushing the ball a little bit harder than I wanted to. And just like always, when you have a straight up putt or a straight down putt, always check your left and right slopes. You go to the left, there's no slope change, you go to the right. It's going a little bit sloped to the right. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pull back straight, just go right dead center of the cup, double eagle, and you're finishing 20 under after 9 holes. Daryl, yes, just as always, whether it's on Facebook or YouTube, you can watch the video of this afterwards, and I'm actually playing decently well, so this might be a video you want to watch from the beginning. James, we actually have the home edition for Golden Tee. It's identical to the bar, just without the coin vault. So if you go to home.goldentee.com, there's a contact button, there's a purchase button. You can get more information and contact Josh or Kelsey, some of our wonderful team members that are on the sales side. I hate this hole with a fiery passion. I've already watered it twice today, so the fact that I was able to land on the little strip of fairway and not get wet is an amazing blessing. Daniel, I wish we could do a Nintendo Switch version. It's just not the easiest thing to replicate a trackball when it comes to those home systems. But just like my friends in the world of professional wrestling say never, stranger things have happened. But for now, you can go to findagame.com or goldentee.com, find a game, and find a golden tee near you. So this hole, this par 5, unfortunately is not one of the rare drivable looks, but what I did was I hit a spinny A1 to get it as hard as I can and get it out as far as I could. Unfortunately, the wind kind of ate it a little bit, so I'm a little bit closer to this hill than I wanted to, but I have an 8-wood, so I'm just going to go 2 clicks to the right, so, you know, or 1.5 clicks to the right, however you want to call it, depending on where you're set up to the pin. I'm going to just pull it back to the C, and I'm just going to hit it, you know, a little bit to the right of the 2, because I'm still going to be able to hit the green with that 11-mile-an-hour wind. Not getting as much backspin with the streak golf balls, but still putting in for eagle on hole 12. Al, this is a different Dream 18 than before, or at least it should be, and considering it has some new golf holes, I think you should be good to go. Ben, I'm sorry, my friend, that you do not have the ability to play Freaky Friday, but we love you as a Golden Tee fan and appreciate you hanging out with us here this afternoon. Jackrabbit was really hoping that this par 5 was drivable. Unfortunately, it's not in the cards today, but we are still going to at least get you on the green here for eagle. I'm going to use the 10.5 degree driver just because it's going to get a little bit more loft and I can control the distance better than the 310-yard 9.5 degree driver with those streak golf balls. That's the one thing I have to remember, is that I changed golf balls from grabbers to streaks. So if you do so when you go out and play, just make sure that you have to remember, hey, these are not the golf balls I'm used to. I'm going to get a bit more distance off of my clubs and play it a little bit safer when it comes to that. It's actually that was a hell of a shot that I hit there. I don't normally toot my own horn, but I tell you what, that's the first time I've done that shot today. Lodell, good to see you, my friend. Hope to see you again soon. Also, next week, exactly 1 week from today, or 1 week from yesterday, depending on your calendar, the 2019 Wisconsin Open. I believe this is the 13th annual, up in Sussex, Wisconsin at Sussex Bowl. Stefan has been a great Golden Tee tournament host for the last, I don't know, 7, 8 years. I don't know. It's getting up there. This is the second year as part of the Power Events Golden Tee Tour. So next week we've got 110 people signed up, I believe, and that doesn't even include a few people that I know are showing up as special guests. So if you are close to Sussex, Wisconsin, or don't mind flying in the airport, that is a few of the airports that are in Wisconsin, go to pegttour.com or search PEGT Tour Wisconsin Open on Facebook. Check out the event. See which one of your friends are going to be there. I know I met a lot of people in Florida who are really excited and looking forward to potentially this getting out to this event because they had so much fun in Florida. So hopefully we will see you guys out there. Hole 13. Not a hard par 5, but not the easiest one either. So what I'm going to do is I went 1 click to the right. I used a tee. I high teed it to the top left corner. And what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to pull this trackball all the way to the C. And I'm going to hit it dead straight to the left. I missed the trackball there, which is not a good sign. But we're going to make this work anyways. Yeah, look at that. Boom. When life gives you lemons, you make lemonade, or some inspirational quote like that. Ben, Golden Tee fan just sounds so much cleaner. It sounds so much nicer. So I'm glad that you appreciate that. Lodell, I figured you would say St. Louis, so hopefully see you next month in St. Louis. And look at that. We are 28 under after 13. Yeah, I've hit a few good shots here and there, but nothing really spectacular. So definitely doable for some of you more casual players. Maybe you play casual with your buddies, or you play casual real-time rival against John Daly and others. Get out there, take a debit or credit card, swipe it. We don't take any of your information other than your name, and we, create a Golden Tee account for you. You can get a player's card. You can use the keypad. So many ways to check in, track your stats, and potentially win some money. And hopefully, we'll keep this video up and actually shoot some good shots. All right. We are going to hit the 10.5 degree driver because that 11-mile-an-hour wind with the street golf balls is going to push this pretty quick, pretty hard, right past the rocks here. Normally I'd hit a 3-wood, but I'm going to be safe, and I'm going to kind of soft in the 10.5 degree driver. So I pulled it a little bit to the left, a little bit to left, but that's okay because look at that. We might just get a shot of the week here. That would actually be amazing. Come on. Oh, that sucks. So I have not hit the rocks until right now. I put a little bit too much cut on it, but that was almost a great shot. I was really hoping that would fall in for the double eagle hole in one, and I could put myself in shots of the week, but that's all right. And as crazy as it sounds, 30 after 14, and that was with a missed chip on hole 7. So we technically should be 31 right now. Another beautiful hole. Unfortunately, not the easiest drivable setup, but I was able to get to this green in one with the grabbers. So now that I have the streaks, we should definitely be able to get there with no problems. I teed it. If you didn't catch it, I used a high tee on the top right of the box. I'm going to pull it a little bit back to the B, hit it a little bit to the right of the 2. 143, we should get there no problem. The hardest shot that I've actually hit today, I've been a lot closer earlier, but I'd rather have a longer putt still getting for eagle versus, potentially hitting in front of that pin and getting wet, or excuse me, not wet, but getting dropped right down to that rock wall. So we are going to, oh shoot. Dang it. Well, that's the first missed putt of the day. It was down 6. It was a little bit tough there. I wanted to be safe. So that's all right. You can't win them all. Many different ways you can tackle this hole. You can either land on this little strip here, which is what we'll show you how to do in a moment here. Some setups, this is not the ideal one, but some setups you can just high tee it or low tee it and hit this C3 on the fairway. Because of the wind and tee box placement, we are just going to take a 6-wood and just go ahead and get it up there. Hopefully use that wind to our advantage. Boom. Land on the little walkway. And then what we're going to do is, because I used a 10.5 degree driver in this same spot earlier, and I carried the green. So I'm going to take all spin off. Actually, I'm going to put bite on there, and I'm just going to hit this 3-wood. Now remember, you are a little bit more elevated than the green, so factor that in. Oh, get up there. Ugh. Just barely missed great shot points, but still an eagle, still positive. And we're 33 after 16. That is an unfathomable score for a lot of players, and I've only made 2 mistakes. One missed chip, missed it to the hair right, and one missed putt because I was playing it safe. This hole, never have hit the green today. It is not, 16-mile-an-hour wind is not something to play with. So hopefully what we're going to do now is actually get this ball in the green. I'm going to use the 10.5 degree driver. I'm one right. I'm going to pull that trackball to the C, and I'm literally going to hit it as hard as I can, a little bit to the right of the 2. Because the last couple times I'm glad to hit that ball too hard. I would rather have this than get wet, especially on the live stream. We're going to just play it safe here. Hopefully that 16-mile-an-hour one doesn't kick our butt, which it definitely did. And there's the first wall. First water ball of the day. Was hoping we wouldn't have to deal with that on the live stream, but that's okay. It took me 17 holes to mess up big time. So I will take the par. But guess what? We are 33 under, 1 missed putt, 1 missed chip, 1 bad par 5, and we're still 33 under. That is not anything to take lightly. Grand Savannah, great course. Check out our giraffe friends sneaking up past the customized golfer sign right there. Look at that. Look at those guys just walking around minding their own business. Not a big tee box here, but we are going to take the 9.5 degree driver, tee it high. I'm going to pull this back to the right of the B, or excuse me, to the left of the B, and hit it to the right of the 2. I'm using the high tee because if you've never been in the water on this hole, it's not fun. I would rather have the green, hit the green, and then have to lag a putt for potential eagle. So that, I don't know what it is, but ever since this live stream, that's like the second or third shot that I've hit like 3 times harder than I have previously when I played. But that's okay. We're going to take our birdie, hopefully. Alright, so a few things to review. 18 holes, 34 under. Look at that. 2 missed strokes on hole 17, 1 missed stroke on 18 and 15 because of downhill greens, and then a missed stroke on hole 7, the drivable par 5. So right there, that's 2, 3, 4, 5 strokes, and that's 39 right there. And if I can do that after playing, I think that was, what, my 3rd game of the daily contest today, you guys can absolutely go out there, find a local watering hole, and play a handful of games, play 5 games, throw $20 or $25 in there, play 5 games, and you could easily make some money back. If you shot, let's see, what did I shoot? Let's reload the Caddy app here. So, score hasn't pulled up yet, but 34, even with the few mistakes I made, I'm still in top 30th. I would be in about 30-something place right now. So, by the time this contest rolls over in about 9.5, 10 hours, there is still so much potential there. I mean, you're looking at spending $20 and potentially making 40 or more, especially if you follow this video and I actually do good things like, I don't know, I wish most streams were as good as this one, where I actually look like I know what I'm doing. But I'm glad that you guys are all here along for the ride on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, so shout out to you all for that. Stuart, thank you for the kudos. Lodell, you're probably right on the 3-wood. I could have also hit the 10.5 degree driver, but I just try to play it a little too safe, but that's alright. That's why we have a few more. Look at that, and that was only 27 minutes. That's not bad, because we talked about a lot of stuff in this live stream. Alright. Once again, if you're just joining us, using the Streak golf balls this time instead of grabbers. I know I am not one to typically change the golf ball that I use because I'm so used to grabbers and the way they spin and react to the green. So, today we are using the Streaks for this this Freaky Friday because there's a few different holes where that extra distance will really help you. I missed the trackball there, unfortunately. Hopefully it stays up and I just have a putt. I'm okay with that. Just breaking things over here. And look at that. I'm in the fringe, but still putting in for eagle. Mark Moklitz, Mouth, as most of you know him. We actually do need to chat soon. I want to get some of that stuff set up. So we will talk in the next couple of days, my friend. Hopefully we don't hit Wilson here. But actually, you know what? If somebody hits Wilson, the volleyball, somebody hits his volleyball and somehow goes in the cup, I will send you a $50 gift card. Again, this is difficult. Hole 3, not the most ideal setup for trying to achieve eagle on Celtic Shores. Today's hole 3 of this Freaky Friday Dream 18. Teeing it in the top right box with Streaks, putting on roll. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it back to the C, and then I'm going to hit it straight at the 2. Big John Daly power. Almost hit the building there. That was closer than I would normally like to be, but we are going to be on the green putting in for eagle. Almost would have rather preferred being on the fringe, but we snuck the golf ball in, and boom. 77-foot putt, drained it for -6 after 3 holes. Pine Coast, hole 4, another one of those that is sometimes drivable. If you've never hit these rocks before, highly, highly suggest against it. Jordan Scott, thanks for joining us on YouTube. Good to hear from you, my friend. You could potentially go at this if you're a real heavy hitter, but what I'm going to do is play it safe like I know how to, and I'm going to use a strong A1. We're going to tee this up, top right of the box, tee it high with backspin. I'm going to pull it all the way to the A. I'm going to spin it and hit it to the A1. Get as much as you can. I missed it a little bit, but that actually might go in. Ugh. Got a little bit kicked to the right, but that's okay. We're still putting in 44 feet for a double eagle. And just like that, we are 9 after 4 bombs, as the cool kids like to say. Big John Daly. If you haven't played as John Daly yet, he's got his own custom swing. It looks pretty damn awesome if I say so myself. Get out there, purchase the St. Paddy's Day John Daly outfit, and let's see if we can ace this hole 5 from Laurel. Oh, I'll tell you what, the fact that I was able to hit almost an identical shot to the first time on the live stream, I'll take that eagle putt every day. 20 feet for eagle, 11 after 5. No problems here. And again, once this live stream is done on Facebook and YouTube, it'll archive. So if you are at lunch now, or you're in the office and don't want to get fired, but you want to see what I'm doing on some of these holes, you can watch this video later when you get to the bar, grab some headphones, pull it up on your phone, make all the same good shots that I have, knock on wood, done so far today. And when I've made mistakes, just adjust to your own game level. Woodland Farm 6, not a typical hole that you see a lot in daily contests. Might be the first time ever. I hit a hole in one on this earlier. Almost made the same mistake of using backspin. I'm low teeing a 9.5 degree driver with bite. We're going right through that tree to the left. Let's see if we can do it again. I actually really like that. Come on, kick left. Ugh. But no hole in one there, but as you can see, I hit it very softly, under 100 miles an hour. That wind took it a little bit farther to the right than I wanted, but even streaks with that bite, still got enough bounces on the green to veer right past the hole, and you're putting in 15 feet for an eagle. Hole 7, Rattlesnake Ridge. I made the mistake. I was talking about hitting the 3-wood to play it safe, but I hit it too soft. So we are going to go right through that gap, or excuse me, right over the gap, avoiding that big rock. Please don't hit in the water, because if you haven't done so before, it's not fun to try and get out of. Just get on the green, take your flat putt in for double eagle, and boom, pretend like this hole was never even there. If you do accidentally get wet and get put back on the rough next to the tee box, please, please, please do not try to get to the green from the rough. Take a bow, take a second, take a breath, have a sip of water, have a sip of a drink, cold beverage, whatever you do. Play it safe and go around the mountain and take the par and walk away. Because if you try going for that hole from the rough after watering it off the tee, you are not going to have a good time. Safari Dunes, not the best shot there, but we'll take it. 5-wood, high tee over. Landed on the fringe, boom, dead center of the cup, eagle, 18 after 8. All right, hole 9, Catadreus Beach. Wonderful drivable par 4, or excuse me, drivable par 5 from the 2020, or excuse me, 2019 courses. Sorry, just responding to some messages from some fans. Also saw a message on YouTube from Matt. When you don't pull back and just hit straight forward, is that a punch shot? Yes, that I don't really call it that, but I think if you are an old school fan of Golden Tee and you remember those track mode scenes from back in the day of Peter Jacobsen's Golden Tee 3D Golf, yes, we would consider that a punch shot, depending on how you do it. All right, we're teeing a 5-wood high back right corner. We're going to pull it back to the right of the B and hit it to the left of the 2. As I showed last time, you don't have to crush it, but you need to hit it harder than what I just did. God damn it. Oh, good old 122. Huge fan of that. But we're going to make the most of it. We're just playing it safe. Lob wedge up. Take the birdie and walk away. So even with bad, some bad luck on hole 9, the tee shot there, and we took a birdie instead of a double eagle putt, still 19 under. And we, look at that, missed 2 strokes, and we still are 19 under after 9. Hole 10. Play this one very safe. You're going to want to make sure that you land somewhere on the fairway of this little spot here, fairway or fringe. Look at that. John Daly is just going to coast his way with bite, 10.5 degree driver. A little bit farther to the right than I wanted, but we're putting in for eagle on another hole. So this is one of those holes that sometimes in very rare setups is drivable. Unfortunately, not the case today, but we are going to make best of it. We're going to high tee it to the bottom right corner. We're going to do a spinny A1. Missed the trackball a little bit, but that's okay. The point here with that 11-mile-an-hour wind is we want to get out as far as possible. Missed the trackball a little bit, fortunately, but still, look at that. It sets you up to the right of the green, which is okay. I'm going to take an 8-wood, pull it to the C, hit it to the 2 a little bit. Just want to get over that hill a little bit harder. That's not what I wanted to do. Oh, that's all right, though. We're just going to chip in for eagle like nothing ever happened. Really did not feel that was going in the green or in the cup, but we'll take it. 23 after 11. Another setup here, Jackrabbit Junction. Would love to have this drivable. Could probably actually, you know what? We've already messed up a few holes. We're going to just try to get this, tee it high. Crush it. The point here is to get a nice lovely kick from the rock. Hopefully not get stuck behind Dwayne the Rock Johnson. And look at that. Nice, simple shot here. I'm going to put some bite on there just to give it a little bit of love. Go right over that rock, and boom, you got a 75-yard chip or shot to potentially drain for double eagle. So you're not going to be putting in for double eagle on this hole, unfortunately, unless you are a madman, but still putting in for eagle on Jackrabbit Junction, hole 12. Hole 13, Falcon Sands. Another difficult setup, not the worst. Unfortunately, mishit my tee shot on the first game of the stream, so I had to use an 8-wood in, but we still walked away with eagle. I'm teeing it high, top right corner with roll. I'm going to go one click to the right. I'm going to pull that trackball all the way to the sea as much as you can, and then hit it straight as hard as you can as well. What those cool kids might call a full, probably wrong, but hey, that's okay. Point is, you want to avoid this wonderful creation, and we're just going to put some bite, and we're just going to literally pull the trackball straight, hit it straight, let that 12-mile-an-hour wind take over, and because you have bite, I have super spin irons. I forgot to mention that earlier, just like normal, but I still get some good distance backspin and bite off of it with those super spin clubs. Alright, hole 14. Almost aced this in the most unconventional fashion earlier for you guys. Probably not going to happen again, but this time we're going to take the 3-wood with bite. We're just going to go pull it back straight, hit it straight, and just go right over these rocks, hopefully. Hit the snow, but that's okay. Got a little love tap, putting in for eagle. Thank you, that's all she wrote. 29 after 14, not a bad day at the office, if I do say so myself. Tahiti Cove, I believe, hole 15. Using streaks, I'm going to high tee a 9.5 degree driver. We're going to pull back a little bit to the left of B, hit it out to the right of the 2. We're just going to crush it. I crushed it earlier. I missed my putt, but that's okay. I would rather be on the green. Eventually putting in for eagle. Boom. Dead center of the cup, just like that. Then hit it too soft because there's a potential of you missing the green and hitting the rock wall before the green, and then you're chipping not only for, you're not chipping for eagle, you're chipping in for birdie if you're lucky. Hole 16, par 5. We are going to just go right for this little landing. Convenient. The observation deck conveniently looking right at the green. And then boom. Ronnie, there is no zoom to fix, my friend. If anything, it's the way that the video is placed on the image. But thank you for the comment. Charles, so this is an arcade game, but we are actually in the process of making Golden Tee Golf for mobile devices. So if you actually go to goldentee.com or check out our social media, you can see some of the screenshots and videos we've released. We're beta testing on the Android right now. And so we're looking for hopefully quarter 2 or 3 release, but more information to come to you this March, promise. And if you don't get answers, you can talk to my better half, Adam Kramer, because he is he's running that show. Shout out to Adam. So if you land on this observation deck, it's going to give you the 10.5 degree driver if you have that club in your Build-A-Bag. I tried to softly hit my 10.5 degree driver and I flew the green. So what I recommend is putting on bite, going down to the 3-wood, and then just going right at the green, letting the elevation change and that 12-mile-an-hour wind kind of guide your golf ball on the green. Boom. And just like that, 15-foot in, 15-foot putt for eagle, and we are 33 after 16. Now, I will be the first to admit I'm not good at hitting this shot. I didn't get wet on my tee shot the first game you guys watched on the live stream, which was great. The only problem was I got wet in my approach shot to the hole. So I'm going to use the 10.5 degree driver. I'm going to tee it to the back this time. High, tee, backspin, and I'm going to just pull it back and just crush it out there. Hope for the best. I tried hitting it a little bit softer, but still got kicked down there. But guess what? If you're feeling crazy, you can try to chip this in for double eagle. If you're like me who just watered this, you're going to try to hit the softest chip in the world. I lagged the chip on purpose. I'm okay with missing the double eagle. I will gladly take eagle for 35 under, though, right now through hole 17. Another hole that I've been using my massive muscles to overhit is hole 18 on Grand Savannah. Beautiful course from the 2009 edition of Golden Tee. Shout out to our giraffe friends. I don't think we have any zebra friends on this hole, but they're out there somewhere. Grand Savannah, go play it. I crushed a 9.5 degree driver, which was probably not the best move. I'm in a high tee, a 10.5 degree driver. You gotta realize you got a 14-mile-an-hour wind in your face, so you're going to lose a lot of distance. So I'm gonna pull back to the left corner of the B and hit it hard to the right corner of the 2. Look at that. Now, that is actually a damn good shot. Kudos, shout out to me. And look at that. Boom. On the green, up 8, left 6, but guess what? We're 15 feet, so we're just going to punch that thing right in the hole. 37 under after 18 with, let's see, with 3 strokes left on the table, I believe. 3? Yeah, the double eagle on 17 and the birdie, or excuse me, and the double eagle on 9. So look at that. 40 under we could have potentially shot. Only made a few mistakes, and this was after 4 games of the daily contest. It's the same setup the entire 24 hours. I believe you've got like 8.5 hours left to go. Or actually, excuse me, 10 hours left to go. My math is off. It's only 2 o'clock Central. $4,459 in the prize pool. $405.36 top prize. We're paying to the 300 spot, which even at the bottom, 101 through 300 is still $4 back into your player wallet. Let's see. We shot 37 with, let's see. Oh, didn't see it. 37 minus 37 right now would be in 18th, 19th, 20th place. So the likelihood of that 37 under staying there, not necessarily going to happen. But look at that. 37 under after 4 games, and you're potentially looking at a $60 win if that score holds up. So if you just watch, and we're going to play one more game here and then get out of here because it's Friday and we've got a lot of fun and exciting stuff coming soon tonight. So you're obviously watching us on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Make sure you're following us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We're going to be heading to a concert tonight with a new friend of ours. New friend of the program, so a lot of fun and exciting and different things happening in the world of Golden Tee tonight. So we're going to play one more game, hopefully shoot a 40 under, show you guys how to do it, and then what I want you to do is whether you take an early lunch, you take a late lunch, you get out of work, you pick up your best friend, your boyfriend, your wife, your significant other, whoever, pick up the guys, pick up the girls, go out, go to Find a Game on Golden Tee's website or the Golden Tee Caddy mobile app. Find a Golden Tee near you. If you're in a prize play state, play the daily contest once, twice, 3, 4 times. This will be my 5th time. And hopefully, watch these videos, see the shots that I'm hitting, try to replicate them as much as you can. Obviously, everybody has their own style of play, but I think we put a good foundation in place here to hopefully help you guys get out there, play more games, play better games, learn some new skills when it comes to Golden Tee, and hopefully win some dollars. That's going to get you to play more Golden Tee, because if you're watching this video, you're probably addicted to this game like most of us here watching Golden Tee for about an hour on a Friday afternoon. So, that being said, make sure that you are using streak golf balls today for that extra distance. There's a handful of holes early on that is really going to help you having the extra distance. Just be mindful of the lack of backspin compared to the grabbers or some of the other golf balls. I put a little bit of a cut on that, not a cut, but unfortunately did not ace this hole. I heard Andy Haas, 2-time world champ Andy Haas, has already aced this hole. Shocking. I'm sure Evan Gotts, the current world champion, a few others have aced it. I would love to ace this hole. I'd love to ace something on the live stream because it makes me feel cool. But I'm okay shooting eagles on the very first hole. Hole 2, one of our little fun Little contests I like to try to do every week that we have a live stream. Oh, come on, get in there. Our good friend Wilson, or whatever legal team will let us call him so we don't get sued, hanging out here on hole 2 of today's Freaky Friday. If you hit Wilson, you hit that ball and it jars into the cup for a hole-in-one, send it to YouTube, message us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Reddit, I don't care, whoever. Personally message me like most of you do anyways. Send me that video, #1 shot of the week, guarantee, and we'll send you a $50 gift card. So even if you aren't the best Golden Tee player in the world, you've got some fun things to try and go after in this week's contest. Hole 3, Celtic Shores. Again, not the most ideal setup. Got this big building in the way. Let's give the trackball a little bit of a shine here, clean it off a little bit. Also, remember, kids, if you are out at the bar or a restaurant, please, please, please do not eat finger foods or any food with your trackball hand. Otherwise, somebody's hand is going to be strong, slapping you in the face for messing up trackballs. But all kidding aside, we're going to try something here. Tee it high, top right corner. I'm going to use backspin this time. I'm going to pull it all the way out to the C. I'm going to crush it straight at the 2. Did not get it out as much this time, but I was also worried about that big old Celtic piece of ancient history staring me in the face. 80-foot putt, no big deal, as we've drained a 77 earlier. Not sure how that putt missed, but I want to fight a bunch of people on our development team. Should have gone in the hole, but that's okay. Just kidding, I love our development team. Unfortunately, we are 5 after 3 bombs, but that's okay. Pine Coast from 2017, beautiful course. Love, love, love the openness of this course. A lot of options here on hole 4. A sometimes drivable par 5. This is one of the reasons why I chose to use the streaks for this live stream. The streaks will get you the extra distance needed to drive this in 1, potentially even ace it. And we are going to tee it high in this top right corner of the box. Tee it high with backspin. I'm going to do what they call a spinning A1. So I'm going to pull back to the A and spin the trackball and then use as much force as I can to hit it out to the 1. Got it a little bit farther to the right than I wanted, but we're still putting in for double eagle. Alert. Hole 4, and we are putting in for a double eagle. Boom. Drano max. 1,500 Golden Tee points for that double eagle right there. John Daly is a few beers deep at this point, hitting some scores in the daily contest. Shout out to John Daly. Laurel Park, hole 5. Let's see if we can make some magic happen here and potentially ace this after getting so close so many times. No ace, but still putting in for eagle. As always, I recommend when you have a straight down putt or straight up putt, always check your left and right slope. So I'm 43 feet away. I go to the right. It's right 1. That means I need to hit it just a tiny arm hair to the left. Boom. Drano max. And we're good. Selfishly going to admit that I aced this hole earlier, and I'll post it somewhere on YouTube for you guys to all see. I am going to low tee a 9.5 degree driver with bite. When I do this flyby, we are going to aim for the left gap of this tree right here. And we hit the trees. Shocking. Of course, hit the trees on the last video. Nice thing is there's no branches in my way, so we're just going to go at this. And dang it, I guess we're taking a birdie on this hole. Now this will be the game because I've already missed 2 eagle opportunities early on. This will be the game that I double eagle hole 9 and I double eagle hole 18. Excuse me, hole 17. High 3 wood, hit this puppy hard. Do not hit the cannon walls and get stuck. Take your flat putt for double eagle. Walk away happy. Just like John Daly hanging off the side of a rock wall with a cigarette in his mouth. Safari Dunes, hole 8. We're going to use a 5-wood. I'm going to tee it back to the bottom, I guess, left part of the tee box. Tee it high. Now, if you look, we are a little bit off center of that hole, and the wind is blowing a little bit to the right. So we are going to pull it back to the right of the letter B and hit it hard to the left of the number 2. Use that wind to our advantage. Honestly, don't fret about hitting it too hard, because that up green slope and the 12-mile-an-hour wind will help your ball roll back a little bit. 20-foot putt for eagle, and boom. 2 mistakes, 2 missed eagle opportunities, and I'm still shooting 16 after 8 holes. I don't know how it gets much better than that. Catadreas Beach, hole 9, the drivable par 5 from this year's courses. We're going to tee this 5-wood to the bottom right portion of the box. And we're just going to crush it out there. 134 seems to be the ideal number. Ugh, almost got the hole-in-one, the super albatross on this par 5. But guess what? Boom. Putting in for a double eagle. Look at that, 777. I don't know what could be any better than getting 777 great shot points for an eagle putt, because that's just, I mean, that's just perfect. So, look at that. A birdie on hole 3, a birdie on hole 6, and we are still 19 under after 9. And I'm not doing anything crazy here. Yes, I've played Golden Tee for a long time, and I've had many, many bad rounds, but nothing crazy here. So hole 10, we're going to play it safe. We're going to waste one of those tees. You want to make sure that you land... really? Perfect, sort of. You want to make sure you land somewhere on this little island here. Rough is not your ideal spot, but hey, guess what? That actually might go in, which is amazing. Oh! The nice thing about this hole is if you land anywhere on that little island, except the water, obviously, you can still get to the green with that 10.5-degree driver, which is why I always, in every one of my live streams, have that 10.5-degree driver. Hole 11, unfortunately not drivable today, but that's okay. We're going to tee it high to the bottom right. We're going to put roll on it. We're going to just crush it out there. The idea of this is you want to get out there as far as you can to use that 11-mile-an-hour wind to your advantage. I have an 8-wood, which will hopefully be given to me. So I hit it a little bit too close to this rock wall, but I do not feel comfortable hitting the 5 hybrid. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take an 8-wood. I know it gets over that hill. I'm going to try to hit it softly to just gently caress the green. And look at that. We're putting pretty straight for an eagle. Boom. 32-foot putt for eagle. 23 after 11 bombs. You are watching here. Not drivable Jackrabbit Junction, hole 12, but you can successfully go to this little shortcut here. We did it last time. Let's do it again. You want to make sure you don't get tucked in against any rocks, which is never fun. Come on, come on. Ah, okay. So, not the ideal situation here, but we're going to make the best of it. We are just going to get on the green, and we're going to be putting in for eagle. It's going to be a long putt, but hey, it's okay. 81-foot putt, down 5. I'm going to pull the trackball back to the C to help slow some of the sensors down, and then boom! Not the center of the cup, but I appreciated the Michael Jordan effect. Look at that. Double round the rim, in for eagle. Falcon Sands, hole 13. Not the best setup here, but we're going to tee it to the left side of the tee box, high tee with roll. Going to pull it all the way back to the C. Hit it dead straight at the 1. Miss hit the trackball, but that's okay because I have an 8-wood. So we are just going to go right at it and hopefully hit the green or hit that. I'll take that. you hit the pyramid and still get on the green for eagle putt, it's perfect. 27 after 13. I don't know how much better it can get than that. Hopefully you're still watching if you watched the first live stream where I almost jarred this with a guaranteed shot of the week off of the rock. Wasn't intentional. That's why we're switching to 3-wood with bite. We're just going to give it a little bit of a kick. You just want to get right on the green. Oh, I think I hit the fringe there. That's alright. I actually would like to see this. Ah, just barely hit the soft gravel road or rock. Simple soft chip in for eagle. Hopefully you have a putt in for eagle or even a hole in one. 29 after 14. 2 strokes under par, but it's okay. We're still hitting good scores here. Another one of these holes, you're going to want to pull it back to the left corner of the B and then hit it to the right corner of the 2. Super out. Oh, hoping to get an ultra shot there, but you got to be careful of that down 6, left 3. It will sneak up on you, just like it did to me. Definitely just went right over the cup, but that's okay. So we're 3 strokes off par. That's all right. Par 5, hole 16. Use that 6-wood to just go right at the observation deck here, playing it safe. Nice to hear from you again, Max Capital. I am watching the chat, but thank you. And then 3-wood. So, do not use the 10.5 degree driver that it suggests. You're going to carry the green a little bit too much. Use that 3-wood. Put some bite on it. Now remember, there's an elevation change here. The green is a little bit lower than that observation deck, so just pull that track ball to the right, hit it out to the left, let the wind and the elevation change just kind of guide your golf ball on the green. Don't worry too much about that right 9 if you're close to the cup. John Daly Butt says just putt in, and you're 32 after 16. And look at that. So another chance for double eagle if you can get on the green or have really amazing chipping skills. I'm going to use a 3-wood this time for the final stream here. High T 3-wood. I'm going to pull it out to the C, and I'm just going to hit it a little bit left of the 2. Hopefully it doesn't hit a tree. Look at that. That's actually the bounce we wanted. The little love tap. Oh, stop. No. Oh, come on. If I was going to hit it in the water, I'd at least want to do it naturally. That's just a bad bounce there. So caught the green, and unfortunately the wind caught just enough of the rock for the ball to get wet. All good because we're just going to almost chip it in for birdie. Taylor, no, I'm actually not mic'd up. We have Blue Snowball mic, the same one that I use in the office, actually. It's $50 mic. Highly recommend it for anybody that does any kind of video game streaming or live streaming of any sort. So, excuse me, not Safari. Grand Savannah 18, hole 18 of this week's Dream 18 Freaky Friday. Take a nice little flyby. Say hello to our giraffe friends. We are going to use a 10.5 degree driver. Could potentially get there with a 3-wood, but I do not trust hitting the ball hard enough right now. So I'm going to high tee it. I'm going to pull it back to the left of the B triangle. So not just the letter B, but to the left of the triangle. And I'm going to hit it to the right of the 2. Now this time I hit it a little bit softer. Probably too soft, but that up 10 is going to bring me down to the fringe. But look at that. On the fringe, up 8, right 7. But you're close enough. You can just finesse it, push it right in there, and boom. So a few mistakes, actually a lot more mistakes than I was remembering. So 2 missed eagles on the front 9, so that's 2 strokes right there. A missed eagle on 15, and I missed double eagle on hole 17. So 2 strokes on the front 9, 3 strokes on the back 9. That's 5 right there. So I'm 35 under after 18 with the potential to hit 40 under. Honestly, if you watch these 3 games and put all my good shots together, you'd have a pretty good round. And honestly, you know, 41 right now is the top of the daily contest, but just by playing a few games, this is honestly my 5th game. I played 2 games before I started live streaming, so I didn't completely embarrass myself. But I've made a few mistakes in those 3 games. Thankfully, they were all on different holes. So if you watch the last hour of this live stream when you're at the bar or at the office, get some tips. Get your wife, your significant other, your boyfriend, girlfriend, the guys, the girls, whoever you play Golden Tee with, get out there. Go to goldentee.com, click on Find a Game, download the GT Caddy mobile app, click Find a Game, find a prize play machine near you. Get out there. You have until 12 o'clock Central. So that is, what is that, 8.5 hours from now, or 9.5 hours from now if I could math. That's why I'm here playing a Golden Tee game for you on a Friday afternoon. But potential to score is there. This is not a very difficult setup if you play a few rounds. So if you play a few rounds, I guarantee you, you can shoot some good scores in this week's daily contest, this week's Freaky Friday, the Dream 18. Remember, if you hit Wilson, the volleyball, on hole 2 and ace that hole, send the shot to us on Golden Tee social media. You'll get a $50 gift card. We'll have fun with it. Max Capital, I just saw your last question. You are exactly correct. So when I putted some of those heavy downsloped greens, if you pull back to the C before you actually hit your putt, it does slow the sensor down a little bit. So hopefully it takes off some of the overpowering that you hit with a downhill slope putt. Not a guarantee, but it does help slow it down a little bit because of the way the trackball is built. So little pro tip for you there. I shot, I don't know, 30-something, 37, 35, somewhere on the leaderboard up there. But after a few games out there tonight, you guys can hopefully do the same. If you guys have any questions about today's Freaky Friday, you can reach out to me personally. I've tagged my personal Facebook page because why not? You can send Golden Tee a message on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, wherever you need to get a hold of us. Send us a message, and we will answer your questions about this week's daily contest. So, from the Golden Tee Lounge North, I am Kevin Lindsay. Have fun, be safe, make sure you stay tuned to Golden Tee social media for some fun and different stuff going on this Friday night. Be safe, have fun, shoot some 40 unders on the day contest on Freaky Friday. We want to see those high scores or those low scores. Send them our way, and we'll catch you guys next time.